with the Hall of Fame game, preseason and all that shit, even though I'm not a fan of the preseason. I'm going to start my franchise with Madden 26, a franchise that I had started before, but circumstances. Starting it over, trying to rewrite the 2025-2026 season to see what happens with the defending Super Bowl champion, my hometown Birds, them Eagles, as we open up Thursday night primetime against them punk-ass Cowboys. Let's get it.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Please welcome your defending NFC East champion, Philadelphia Eagles.
On the Cowboys sideline, head coach Brian Schottenheimer. A moment he will remember forever. His first game as a head coach in the National Football League. His counterpart on the Eagles sideline, Nick Sirianni. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. The first of 272 games in the regular season. Buckle up. The Cowboys, the Eagles, underway to begin 2025. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Led his team to one of the best regular seasons in the NFL last season, but really elevated his play during the postseason, and once again was a monster in the Super Bowl. He's led his team to at least 11 wins in each of the last 3 seasons. He didn't expect this year to be any different.
Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end gunner. They get 17 more on that one and another first down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Here's Hurts to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play? Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw.
I'm sorry. I'm just really mad that AJ Brown fucking dropped that pass. That's why his ass is going. Him and that bitching shit that he was doing.
Partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10.
Great. Set. And anyone hit? 73. 73.
Barkley inside handle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Hurts sets up to throw it. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 28 yards. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And he's coming off of an injury-shortened season where he only played in 8 games, but he's hoping to get back to an all-pro level that he played at a year before. Now, with new weapons in town, he and his team believe they can go deep in the playoffs.
So gets the first touchdown and then he gets hurt.
Now Prescott faking it on the end around and looking to throw.
What?
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Throwing. Prescott. It's caught. Tolbert. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3. At the 40.
Now Prescott. Finds Pickens out right. Touchdown, Cowboys! George Pickens, 44 yards. And the Cowboys respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Escapes the defender. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 6.
Great, set.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Down the sideline he goes. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Eagles first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Barkley is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second and goal, Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Eagles have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Jalen Carter on the tackle. No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field, and it was a fairly innocuous play call.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Brings up second and 9.
Here's Prescott. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Prescott to throw it. The swing. Now the ball comes loose. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1 yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cowboys take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Well, the extra point up and good by Auburn. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And now a pause because we've got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to him. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Great.
Up the middle with Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Great.
Again, it's Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. We'll get a couple, and that's it.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 40 now on second down. Hurts. They'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Incomplete. It's 4th down.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
That's good for our Eagles. First down. 1st and 10 at the
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
To Barkley on the check down. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They'll run here with Dillon. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Go Silver, ready?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could be be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. This is 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you try to have a few men in the box there.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
A first down carry for Barkley. Able to power through. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Now back to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was.
I saw him there, but I thought fucking Saquon would have at least attempted to put his hands up. He just let it go right over his fucking head.
On any down, but really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open,
Just have to have some receptions. Still 14-14.
Another down, 1st and goal, and you throw the pick. Not good at all.
Not do that.
Prescott now. Now he's going to step up and run. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Prescott. A quick throw there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Prescott. He'll try to pick it up himself. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
To throw is Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Second down.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get
tired
to
that
the line
number.
of scrimmage.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
That's going to be caught by Pickens. They need two. Here's third down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
No, wait, Emmett was 21, wasn't
he? They get into the ground at the 37. 5 yards on the play there. It's a drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not only going to catch the football, he's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Nolan Smith showing some burst there to catch him behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. He'll drop to throw. Able to hit his target Lamb. Fighting his way through contact. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Cowboys! C.D. Lamb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Aubrey now for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. His short throw caught by Goddard. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's Hurts to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Let's go. Trim it.
Again to Barkley out of the gun. Oh, what a move. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 83 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. They'll look to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
This is going to be a corner route to their tight end, and I'll tell you what, it's man coverage, so that makes it hard for a linebacker to stay with it. And he's able to make the catch on the right side of the field and pick up the first down.
Throwing his Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books, because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Prescott. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
No,
On 3rd down, Barkley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 109 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Hey, Silver.
Looking to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so they went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Savon Rebel. And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner.
Come on, man. Y'all know Jalen doesn't fucking throw interceptions like this. 3 against these bum bitches?
But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Oh, some strong running. And he will
You gotta be fucking kidding me. It's tackle. And that should have been it right there. 3-and-out. Here we go.
Throwing. Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down. They run the draw here with Robinson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. They will look for some important yardage on third down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. It'll be a 41-yard punt, giving 5 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Fights off the defender. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 121.
On the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
He dumps this off to Dillon underneath.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's still 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 46-yard line.
It's Barkley on the counter. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown from 10 yards out. And the Eagles have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Slither by. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Prescott able to use those legs of his to pick up the first.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Prescott on play action. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Prescott to throw it. Trying to set up a screen for Blue. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. He'll swing this out to Blue. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Block the ball his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of his
besides the
defense
3 receptions.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first.
Now Brown, he lost the football. That's picked up by the Cowboys. does. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because
Really, AJ?
the guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Ooh, the juke. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
10-yard loss on the play. It's second down.
Here's second down.
Hey, kill! 27.
Prescott down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jalen Carter now with his second sack here on opening night.
6 yards. And it's third down. Third and long.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week one. Here's third down now. This is fourth down. Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. Completes this one to Pickens. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Great.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Eagles, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.